Omar Gormley, cousin of Oscar Gormley? What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to your Quebec Nordiques franchise mode, and this one is an important one. Stop the video, go get yourself a snack. Right now I got myself a venti hot chocolate from Starbucks. Don't tell Tim Hortons I'm cheating on him. We're keeping it light right now because we got a lot of simulation to do. I'm feeling a lengthy playoff run in before this video is 17 minutes long. In the last video, we went ahead and we got the entire season done, but before that, we ended up making some minor moves, and to look at those moves that we made, we'll use the spreadsheet that Patrick Kane, you got Patrick Kane's approval. He says that spreadsheet is honestly sick, and let's use that spreadsheet to look at the trades. We ended up trading Sami Niku in exchange for Brendan Lemieux. Now, Lemieux is a good fourth liner. He kind of struggled a little bit, 9 points in 57 games honestly isn't great, but he does bring some grit. It does bring that grindy, tough play to our fourth line with Adam Lowry and Ilya Mikheyev. We might change. The other trade was for a young stud in Nick Suzuki. You can see here we traded 2 prospects, a 4th and a 3rd, as well as Jesse Puljujarvi. Wasn't really working out, so we decided to send him to our rival, send him to Montreal, and we got the young center who's playing on the wing, which we might put him in the center position. His name is Nick Suzuki, former first-round pick, top 15 pick, might I add. Nick Suzuki, welcome to the squad. Now, the day you're watching this is actually my birthday. All I want for my birthday is a playoff round win. I just want to win one round. Start it slow, win one round against Florida. It's my birthday. Come on, game. Don't screw me over like this. I'm 26 today. I'm absolutely ancient. I don't like it. It's weird being old. I'm ancient. I don't like this at all. But we got a couple of comments to go over before we hop into said postseason on my birthday. We got some Raymond haters in the comments. This guy says you should trade Raymond while his trade value is high. He's a bust. He's a bust, he says. I don't know if I'm going to throw out the B word to a 20-year-old 82 overall medium elite scorer. I don't think I'm going to throw out the B word quite yet, but Carl, he takes a different approach. He says Raymond should be playing on the second line. He doesn't improve that checking line. That's interesting. Then Eric, he says, agreed, not on the checking line, but for line 3. It's good for snipers to have a center who can get them the puck. Mikheyev, Suzuki, and Raymond would light it up. This guy wants Nick Suzuki in the middle with, I mean, it's not a bad idea. I don't hate it. It does take away that +1 that this line had. Putting Nick Bjugstad on the fourth line, I'm not super pumped on, but I don't know. Maybe we'll try it. We'll try Mikheyev, and then we'll go Nick Suzuki and Lucas Raymond. I know this isn't the ideal time to be messing around with lines, but, you know, the assistant GMs are usually right, and Lucas Raymond did, I mean, I wouldn't say he struggled. It was maybe a bit of a sophomore jinx, 32 points, only 29. It wasn't that much, but, I mean, as a young player, you should be progressing, not going backwards, so it's a bit of a hiccup year for Lucas Raymond, but let's try this line. Couple of young players here, Nick Suzuki, Lucas Raymond with Ilya Mikheyev. Alright, let's try it. Just a little test. Now, I asked you guys in the last video about the line chemistry, and I'm going to showcase these comments because I appreciate them, but I'm not going to go into them in depth right now. We're going to save that for the next video, which is hopefully us parading our Stanley Cup rings around, and then we got to figure out what we're going to do with our lines. But it actually has a lot to do with your coach and your scheme fit, so I'm going to come back to this episode, read all the comments, especially this one from Alex Olson, because it does make a whole lot of sense. So I appreciate you guys, but we're going to come back to that in the next episode. So let's hop into the postseason. Let's go. Now, if we use our handy dandy Bible, whatever you want to call it, the Quebec Nordiques God Book, we look at our previous playoff runs, and we got destroyed by the Tampa Bay Lightning. Yes, the eventual Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning. So we're playing Florida teams in back-to-back postseasons. Last year we had Tampa. This year we got Florida. Let's have a look at their roster. The Florida Panthers. Ooh, they got the stinkiest man of them all, Felix Pox, Alexander Barkov, and Jonathan Huberdeau. Michael Frolik, Vinny Trocheck, and Henrik Borgstrom turning into quite the player there, Mr. Borgstrom. Michael Grabner, Canucks legend, Kyle Turris, and then Owen Tippett. So they got some young guys there. Noel Achari, Dennis Malgin, and then Juho Lemacchio. I don't know who that guy is. Aaron Ekblad at a 92. So you see what playing playing with good players does. I never see Ekblad get to above a 90 because I gave him an absolute stud to play with in Timu Jokinen, who is obviously the creative player for the Florida Panthers, and he is a bona fide stud. 36 goals on the back end. How you doing, buddy? 74 points, a career high this year, 95 overall. They got Michael Matheson, Sonk, Keith Yandel, Jordan Schmaltz, and then they got Brent Seabrook. Somehow the Hawks got rid of Brent Seabrook. And then in the pipes, obviously, they have Sergei Bobrovsky until the end of time. 9.8 million. That's a lot of money, but he is definitely an elite goalie. A 40-year-old and a 33-year-old Tendy between the pipes. They got Bobby Ryan, Mackenzie Weegar, and Dryden Hunt as their scratches. Let's go, baby. It's my birthday. Let's get a playoff round win. Come on, boys. Let's go. Captain Conrad, you had a bit of a down year. I mean, 44 goals ain't that bad, but coming off a 71-goal year, we're going to need a big postseason from the boys. Looking for our first series win. We don't have home ice advantage, so we're going to be playing on the road here. Let's go, baby. Period. Number 1 against the Florida Panthers, and we're down by 1, and it's Jokinen. The Finn scores on the Finn. Jokinen scores on UC Saros. Period. Number 2. Okay, we tie it up. Conrad Stastny, baby, and Hampus Lindholm, big free agent acquisition. Felix Pox, the stinkiest man to ever play in the National Hockey League. He stinks so bad, no one wanted to touch him. He had a clear path to the net, and he scores on UC Saros. Going into the third period, all tied up. We're allowing a decent amount of shots here, but I have faith in the Finnish man between the pipes, UC Saros. We're bouncing back in the shot department a little bit here. Are we going to see an overtime game in game number 1? A flare for the dramatics? Is that what we're all about here? But Conrad Stastny says, I don't want to go to overtime. I want to get this game over with. I want to head to the beach in Florida, baby. Nick Suzuki says, yeah, Conrad, I'm with you, buddy. 2 goals in the last 5 minutes. Captain Conrad and the new guy on the block, Nick Suzuki, make it a 4-2 game. Empty netter, Nick Suzuki. You love to see it. Conrad, Sammy Blay both had 2 points. Fox, Barzell, Butstad, Lucas Raymond with the helper, Lindholm, and Nick Suzuki with the Genos. You love to see it. Now, injuries are on. Remember that. Hopefully, we don't get bit with the injury bug like we did in previous franchise modes and obviously last year. Going into game number 2, we're rolling, baby. Let's go. Period. Number 1. Keep it strong here, and it's 1-1. All right, Pox and Stastny, the big boys are coming to play here for Florida and Quebec. The travel for this series must be just ridiculous. Period. Number 2, let's have a strong 20, go into the third with the lead, and we don't do that. All right, well, let's try again. Let's try to get out of the third with the lead and with the W. Couple of power plays, we can't capitalize. The shots have been even, but Michael Grabner, he scores on UC Saros. Former Quebec Nordique Michael Grabner, might I add. 27-26 are the shots by Ilya Mikheyev. All right, this third line might be onto something. Might be onto something here. Are we going to overtime this time? There you go. Headed into OT. Let's go, baby. Overtime in the BB&T Center in Sunrise, Florida. I know people aren't crazy about the white jerseys. Morgan Riley and Conrad Stastny just got destroyed. Oh my god. Hampus Lindholm back to Morgan Riley. Over to Matty Barzell. The shot gets blocked by the stinkiest man to ever lace up the skates. He comes in. Huberdeau with the shot, and UC Saros going to cover up for a whistle. Here comes Jaden Schwartz, finds Jesper Bratt, over to Nasty Nas. You gotta let that go. You had all the time in the world. Oh, Nasty Nas, what are you doing? You had a clear lane to the net. Gotta shoot that, Chief. Look all the time he had here. He had all the time in the world, and he decides to dangle and just get destroyed. Oh, man, what are you doing, Nasty Nas? Henrik Borgstrom with the shot, big save, big rebound, and another big save by UC Saros. He's keeping us in it here. It's been a pretty exciting overtime so far. Nick Suzuki, this new third line, are we going to get another Geno from him? He finds Schwartz, and Schwartz gets destroyed. Some big hits so far in the extra frame. And we take a penalty. Number 15, who was that? Who's taking a trip? It's Nick Suzuki spamming the left bumper, getting that hut trip. You hate to see it. Off to the PK in OT. This is scary, but Philip don't know how to say his name, and Adam Lowry doing the thing that Ty Ronning did for so many years, dumping pucks, killing penalties, things you love to see. Barkov through the legs, finds Ekblad, but UC Sorrow says no, and then he sends someone, I think that was Felix Pox, sends him flying over his back. Henrik Borgstrom wins it in overtime. Oh man, just a miscue. He comes in, no one in sight, had all the time in the world, and he lets it go, and we drop game number 2. What a goal though. I mean, on a power play, that's just the way it is. That one sucks. Yeah, Adam Larson went for the hit. He missed the hit, and I don't know where Ty Smith went. Ty Smith just kind of skated towards the puck, completely left his player wide open. Oh boy, that's classic AI for you. We split the first 2 games in Sunrise. Can't be too mad at that. I mean, one shot, we could have had another win there, but going into game number 3 in front of your home fans, I'm needing a goal from the back end. Morgan Riley, Hampus Lindholm, Nasty Nas, I need something from the D here. Period. Number 1, if we score first, everyone in the entire arena gets free poutine for the entire night. Unfortunately, we don't score first, but Jesper Bratt does tie the game up after Vinny Trocheck opened the scoring just over 6 minutes in. Jesper Bratt comes right back with, I think that's his second of the postseason, tying it up going into the second, get the lead, and again, we didn't get the lead going into the third. So far, it's been a pretty tight series. No one's getting blown out, but Philip don't know how to say his goddamn name, scores a huge goal, making it 2-1. We are dominating the shot department right now, peppering Sergei Bobrovsky, closing in on 35 shots, and that is all it's gonna take. Philip don't know scores a huge goal on Sergei Bobrovsky, 2-1. This has been a very tight series. I'm just waiting for like a 5-1 shellacking here. 4-2, 3-2 in overtime, and then a 2-1 grindy victory in front of your home fans. You guys know the drill for game number 4. If you score first, everyone gets poutine. I mean, come on, it's a win-win situation here. Let's go. Period. Number 1, poutine for everyone. Okay, still got a chance going into the second, and we do score first. It's Adam Fox, baby, scoring a huge goal. Poutine for everyone. You love to see it, but then the Finn comes right back on the Finn. Barkov on UC Saros. Going into the third, they're out shooting us by 10. Looks like we're in for another tight contest here. They haven't had a shot in the period yet. We're climbing back, but their first shot of the period, Henrik Borgstrom beats UC Saros. This has just been a back and forth contest. On the power play, Conrad Stastny, Matty Barzal, I need someone here. Jaden Schwartz, I need something going on. I might have to change up the lines here because we need some goal support. 2-1 loss. After we beat them 2-1, they bounced back with a 2-1 win. So we split both games in our home arenas. Now we go back to Florida, all tied up at 2. A very, very tight contest here. I'd like to get something going here with Matty Barzal. 4 games. I mean, he's probably got 3. Yeah, he's got 3 helpers. You know what? It's only 4 games. I'm not going to push the panic button. Ideally, I'd like to maybe do something like this. Maybe, but Jesper Bratt and Philip don't know, have been playing pretty good, and I assume Jaden Schwartz has been getting some assists. No, he's only got 1. You know what? Maybe this might spark something up. Let's try Schwartz with the young kid Nick Suzuki, and then we'll put a vet between 2 young guys in Jesper Bratt and Lucas Raymond. So let's try that. Let's try to spice up the offense a little bit here. I know the first line is going to get it done no matter what. I'd like for them to step up a little bit more, but hopefully we can find some goal support here in game number 5 in Sunrise, Florida. I want to see a lead going into the second. Something we haven't had a lot of here. Let's get the lead going into the second on the power play, starting it off. Let's go, and it's 3-0, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Jesper Bratt gets 2 with his new line mate, and Brendan Lemieux on the 4th line, scoring a huge goal on Bobrovsky. Period number 2. Okay, 3-1. Brent Seabrook of all people, he scores a goal. 20. Oh God, no, 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 Barkov, not like this. I was gonna say the shots are very even. It's been a very even series, probably the most even series I've ever seen. But Conrad Stastny, he comes through with a big goal, a huge goal, if you will, an absolutely massive goal, closing in on 30 shots. That's gonna be all she wrote. Wait, Jokinen scores. Oh my God, Conrad gets the empty netter. You absolute beauty, Captain Conrad doing captain things, and we have a lead going back to Quebec, baby. But who is it? Adam Lowry, a strained hamstring. Things you hate to see. All right, who are we calling up? I would really like to call up a guy, maybe Arthur Kaliev, something along those lines, but unfortunately, he is not available to come up. I don't know why he's in the OHL, I have no idea, but Nick Patan, welcome back to the big show, buddy. I'm going to edit up the lines, and we should be good to go. All right, boys, we have the lead here going into game number 6. This has been such a back and forth series here. It's going to be the longest video ever. This has been like a 20-minute series here. Let's get going. Florida and Quebec, game number 6. You know what's on the line here. Your first ever postseason series win here on the line on my birthday, period number 1. And it's 1-1. Okay, Nick freaking Suzuki. There you go. This guy's slowly earning the L card. And then Vinny Trocheck comes through with a goal for them. Second period, let's go into the third with the lead. I'd love to see it. And that's exactly what we do, baby. Conrad Stastny gets 2 and Nasty Nas. The man gets it done on the power play. Nasty Nas in your area, causing mass hysteria, scoring a huge goal. That's his first of the postseason. Brent Seabrook, that's his second of the postseason, coming through with a goal, cutting the lead in half. Let's get one more right away. Get another one so we don't got to deal with the Panthers here, because I know they're a pesky team. They can come back real quick. 5 minutes left. Gonna make it difficult on yourselves. Power play, are they gonna pull the goalie? Empty netter? There it is, Conrad with the hat trick in game number 6. That's what you need from your best players. He gets 3, and of course, you guessed it, Matty Barzal gets 3 assists as well. The underdogs beat the better team. We come through and we get rid of the Florida Panthers in a tight series though. 6 games, that was not easy. We got Ovi, baby, and they got rid of whoever the hell they were playing in 5 games. But let's have a look at the, oh my God, look at Stastny, you absolute gem. Let's have a look at the playoff tree. We'll have a look at Washington, and we're going to waste no time and hopping right into the Washington Capitals series. They got rid of Columbus in 5 games, so there you go. It looks like the Stanley Cup champions of last year didn't even make the postseason. No Tampa this year. That's crazy. And what am I saying? Ovechkin. They don't have Ovechkin. He was in free agency. He went to Vegas. So this is Washington without Alexander Ovechkin. All right, let's have a look here. They replaced him with Corey Perry. Oh, Perry and Ryan Getzlaf both playing together. That's awesome. But they got Mike Hoffman, Kuznetsov at a 92, TJ Oshie, Jacob Verana, Nicholas Backstrom still sticking it in Washington. 88 overall, and then Corey Perry. But Perry does put up goals until he's like 40 years old. He had close to 30 this year, so you definitely can't count that guy out. Ryan Getzlaf as well. Both these guys have what it takes to go all the way. Former Stanley Cup champions. Lars Eller, Tom Wilson. I mean, the majority of these players actually have a cup ring, obviously, because the Capitals won a couple years ago. David Backes, Nick Bonino, and then Joachim Nordstrom. There he is, Bert Bondra. We'll have a look at him in a minute. John Carlson, Lucas Johansson, Dmitry Orlov, Hobbs, and Jensen. Look at Bondra, 96 overall. This is a good opportunity for us to have a look at all of the created players, because we haven't really seen a whole bunch due to the lack of playoffs, but 96 overall, not bad at all. He had a 40-goal year this year, 91 points. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is a really, really insane 1-2 punch on the back end. Oh my God. And then between the pipes, I assume it's Braden Holtby. It still is. Ilya Samsonov hasn't quite taken over, but his time, it's coming. It's coming. Medium elite goalie. He's a beast. But Braden Holtby is still the man between the pipes. They have no injuries. A couple of guys riding the pine, hanging out in the press box. How did they do? How did Washington do? They had 44 wins, 30 losses, 8 overtime losses, so we do have home ice advantage here at the Poutine Place. Let's go, baby. Game number 1 of round number number 2. Here we go. Let's ride that high from beating Florida. Period number 1, and it's 0-0. Is this series going to be a tight one? Are we going to see a bunch of 5-2 victories? Are we going to see any goals in this series? Could be tight like Florida, or it could be a gong show. 2 offensively minded teams here going at it. Period number 2, and it's 1-0. Maddie Barzal, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Long Island. Thank you very, very, very much. Got a long power play here. Unfortunately, we did not capitalize. We are beating them in the shot department, but it's not by a whole lot here. We got that slim 1-0 lead going to the final seconds here of the third, and that is what I'm talking about. UC Saros, baby. That's what I'm talking about. He made 27 saves. The Finn does it huge in game number 1. We should be getting Adam Lowry back. Oh no, he'll be back along the lines of the second. So we still got about a week. We still got a little over a week here with him not being in the lineup here. But game number 2, I expect the Caps to come out firing here. I don't expect them to sit back. Got to keep the pedal to the metal here. Let's go, boys. Let's get some more run support for the goalie. He's been playing unbelievable. Let's go. And it's 4-2. A complete gong show. A complete opposite of what happened last time. Lucas Raymond, there you go. Bert Bondra and then Nick Bonino. We got Morgan Riley, Nick Butstad, and Hampus Lindholm. Couple of free agent acquisitions right there, and then Nick Butstad. There you go. So we have a 2-goal lead going into the second, which is something we haven't had a lot of in this postseason. Period number 2. Okay, 5-3. We exchange goals. Brendan Lemieux and Kuznetsov. All right. This one's a bit of a wild one. Didn't really expect that after the first game, 1-0, but they tie the game up. Corey Perry and Kuznetsov. Come on, boys. Come on. There you go. Matthew Barzal. He's been clutch. He gets the go-ahead goal with 10 minutes left. Lots of hockey left, though, guys. Lots of hockey. Both goalies are still in. Holtby is still in, even though he allowed 6. Is that going to be enough? A minute left. Morgan Riley gets his second of the night. We make it 7-5. This series is all over the place. Morgan Riley, 4 points. How you doing? Going into game number 3. We are headed to Washington, the capital, Washington, D.C. This is a tough arena to play in. They've been to the show before. They've been to the Cup final. They know what it takes. This is a rough and rowdy fan base. Let's get the lead early, get the fans out of it. Period number 1. I need to see a Nasty Nos goal once again. Let's go. And it's 1-0. It's Philip Dono. I'll take it. Period number 2. Okay, 3-2. A bit of a wild second period here. Jesper Brack gets 1, but they get 3 in the last 4 minutes, and then 2 within 50 seconds of each other. That's a yikes. We are pretty even in the shot department. Pretty even here. They're playing in front of their home fans. We need to get back into this one, guys. Need to get a goal right away and not allow a goal, and we do just that. The Washington Capitals go up 5-2. Tom Wilson just adding salt in the wound. That's high on my list of things you hate to see. They end up beating us 5-2. Hopefully no injuries as we move in to game number 4. We're moving along here. Adam Lowry is back and good to go. Let me edit up the lines, and I will see you in a second. You know, Semi Blais has been pretty quiet, but he does have 8 assists in 9 games. Looking for his first goal here. Conrad doesn't have a goal in this series as well. Matty Barzal has 2. We need to start stepping it up here. Schwartz has no goals. I'd love to see some more love from the back end. Ty Smith, I like to see him get on the score sheet. Adam Fox. Going into game number 4 here, we could take a stranglehold going up 3-1 here, boys. Come on. I know this is a hard arena to play in. I know the fans are crazy. Shut him up early, get an early lead going into the second period, and it's 2-2. We're looking like another wild one here. Matty Barzal on the power play. Ryan Getzlaff, the man went bald at like 21, and then Nasty Nas, there you go. Ask and you shall receive, but then Hoffman, you get a goal, and then you get a goal, and you get a goal. Going into the second, can we get a lead headed into the final 20? And we don't. Hoffman gets his second of the night. Come on, guys. I don't like this third period trailing stuff here. I want to go into the third with the lead or at least a tie. Power play for us. Come on, Conrad. Buried on the power play. Another 1-goal game here. They're out shooting us like crazy. 4 minutes left. Come on, play for your goalie here. He's been playing unbelievable. And another game where we let it slip right through the cracks. Unfortunately, we might have to change something up here. They get 2 wins back-to-back and they tie up the series. Good news for us though, we are in Quebec. We're very comfortable playing in front of our home fans. Poutine for everyone if we score first. You guys know the rules. I know Sammy Blais has been playing all right. 9 points in 10 games. So let's switch it up here. Let's give the first liner to Lucas Raymond. Let's give him a chance to succeed here. Spread out the scoring a little bit. Jesper Bratt hasn't had a goal in a few games. Let's spread out the love a little bit. I know this might not be the most popular thing, but I'm trying to spark the boys a little bit here. Stastny hasn't had a goal this entire series, and this is game number 5. So it's time for him to get going here. Lucas Raymond, he's got a ton of speed coming up to the first line with Matty Barzal and Captain Conrad. Period number 1. Okay, we're down by 1. Dmitry Orlov. Let's tie it up here and hopefully go into the third with the lead. They get another one. Bondra. God damn, these guys are relentless. These guys, oh my god. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Come on, where's the goal support been for your goalie here? Just dried right up. We scored 7 goals in game number 2. And god, you guys are just shitting the bed right now. What is going on? That's 3 straight L's. What can I do? Do I just go best lines? I don't know what to do right now. Maybe we should just go back to this. Put Jaden Schwartz back up here. God, what do? We need to spark the goals right now. I mean, Brendan Lemieux's got a couple. He's got 2. Mikheyev, I think he's got 1. Got 5 points. Is it the back end? Should I change something around here? Should I move up Ty Smith? Move Adam Larson down? Let's just change it up a little bit. I don't know. Let's put Nasty Nas with Lindholm. Actually, let's go like this. I wish I could play Nasty Nas with Morgan Riley, but it gives it a minus. Well, not a minus, but it doesn't give it that +1. Let's try it, though. Let's push all our chips into the middle here. We're stacking it up. Schwartz on the first line. We got Morgan Riley and Nasty Nas playing together. The last-ditch effort here. We accomplished our goal, getting past round number 1. I don't think anyone was expecting a Stanley Cup, although it would be nice, especially on my birthday, just putting that in there. But you know what? I'm proud of the boys. Whatever happens here, it's a positive. We got rid of the Florida Panthers, a team that finished higher than us in the standings. Hopefully we can somehow find another gear here and score on the Washington Capitals, putting the simulation to work ×8, letting the simulation do its work, and Conrad Stastny on the power play, baby. We have life. We have life early on. Captain Conrad, but then Bondra. The created players are coming out to play right now. All right, come on, 1-1 here. I'd love a lead going into the second. That's not what I meant, Nicholas Backstrom. Come on. But Bjugstad, the 4th liner, baby, coming through huge. Absolutely massive. And then Orlov, go away, you Russian bastard. What are you doing? He just looks Russian, doesn't he? He looks like the most Russian guy ever. Why are you so Russian, Mr. Orlov? Come on, boys, get back into this one here. You can't let Orlov get their GWG. Let's tie it up before we go into the third. Come on. Come on, lots of hockey left, lots of hockey. I need a miracle here. I need a Ilya Mikheyev goal. I need a Nick Suzuki goal. I need a Lucas Raymond, not a David Backes goal. And then not a Lars Eller goal. Matty Barzal a little too late. Man, UC Saros, I don't know if we should blame it on the tendy, but there's been some shaky moments, especially like this. I mean, the Lars Eller was a power play, but still. Oh man, things you hate to see. 6-3, and the Quebec Nordiques are bounced in round number 2, and Nasty Nas has been injured with an abdominal strain. That sucks. Alright, well, good luck to Washington, I guess. If you want to go out, you want to lose to the best. So, I mean, this could be another year where we lose to the eventual Stanley Cup champions. And no, the Philadelphia Flyers. They come through with a Stanley Cup. And there we go. That's all she wrote. You know what, though? as an expansion team, we kind of accelerated the expansionness a little bit by having Conrad, by getting the luck of Matthew Barzell, by having, you know, some pretty decent luck here. I think we've kind of propelled at least 2 years in our development. We're still working with our prospects, and there's still a lot to do here in Quebec. So we got out of the first round. That's goal number 1. Goal number 2 is going to be the Eastern Conference Final. I'm skipping the second round. We know we can beat these guys. We know we can do it, but I guess that'll be for a couple episodes. Looks like New Jersey lost the draft lottery. Nashville goes from 4-1. Yikes. There you go. And then having a look at the draft class just for fun, we got a franchise player, Kim Seidenberg. He's gonna be nasty. Not a created player. Not a created player. Zachary Ramsey. We got Omar Gormley. Oh, this is not a created player either. Omar Gormley, cousin of Oscar Gormley? Maybe? Maybe Tampa drafts him? Maybe? How awesome would that be? Shane Wright, he's a real player. Georg? Is that how you say your name? You're not George, you're not Jeff, you're Georg. Georg Schultz. Bill Cutler, here's everyone here. I mean, obviously that franchise guy is the one that everyone's talking about. Kim Seidenberg, what a beast. There is the players in the upcoming draft. Marlowe, Pominville, Kessler. No one from our team obviously decided to call it quits. We got a nice young team here. No old guys, but let's talk about a couple things. First thing is the goaltending. All right, the goaltending. Let's talk about it. Hold on. Let's get through all this. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. Pressing A forever. Let's talk about the goaltending here. What I'm hoping is that Askarov, I mean, we didn't even get to see Askarov in the postseason either, but we're going to see him hopefully, where is he? He's unsigned, obviously. Or where is he? Wait, Askarov, did you die? Where'd you go? Wait, what? There he is. So he's still 78 overall, medium elite. Is he going to lose his backup job to Tynan? Like, what is going on with him? That's so weird. Tynan is ready to go as the backup, but you look at Askarov, 78 overall, 20 years old. He should be progressing a little bit better. I mean, he was pretty good as a backup this year. He was excellent in the American Hockey League and 20-4 in the KHL. I mean, he's supposed to be the next big thing, but I'm starting to wonder if he really is going to be a starter that we're looking for. And UC Saros, is he the man? Do we want to stick with UC Saros? Do we want to do this? He's in a contract year, so either we let him walk, or we trade him at the draft, or we re-sign him. What do we do? That's the first thing I want to talk about. And then the second thing I want to talk about is re-signing Conrad Stastny. Oh boy, 10.7. Honestly, it might be smart just to do this right now, because he might be asking for 11 or 12 in the actual re-sign stage. So it might be wise to ink him right now, but I'll leave that up to you guys. Anyone else we got to re-sign? Philip don't know. What is he going to want? 6 million? 5.5? That's not bad. That's not terrible. Sammy Blais is dropped to an 85. Okay. And now he wants 6.3. So another $6 million contract from Mr. Blais. I think it's time to move on from Jaden Schwartz. I think we're going to probably part ways with him. You guys can let me know. Adam Larson probably wants at least 5 million. Okay, 4.7, but he wants 6 years at 29 years old. It's not terrible. Now, what does UC Saros want? He wants 4.6 for 4 years. It's not a bad contract at all. So what should we do in the offseason? Now, the next thing is our coach. All right, we should seriously have a look at our coach here. Is the fit right with this team? Is Mr. Maurice Belanger's fit gonna work out here? He has a point percentage of 59.8%, which is pretty damn good. 58% team fit. I wish you could look up other coaches around the league that are available and maybe see what their team fit would be, because I don't know if 58% is good. And reading your guys' comments, you guys really let me know that the coach has a lot to do with your line chemistry. That's how you get the +5s. That's how all that stuff works. So a couple things to think about going into next year. Let me know what we should do. Now, I was just going to end the video, but I thought about it. I thought, wait a minute, my guy Trevor, he's going to need all of the information in order to fill in the blanks on our Holy Bible spreadsheet. So we'll go over the awards and then we'll end off the video. Ottawa wins the Presidents, that's weird. And then Clarence Campbell goes to Calgary. Individual awards, Art Ross goes to Kyle Correa. Bo Alfredson wins the Hart. James Norris goes to Gretzky, so all of the created players. Tyler Seguin wins the Lady Byng. The Calder goes to Trevor Yager. Konechny wins the Conn Smythe. Really? Okay. The Vezina goes to Bob. There you go. And the William M. Jennings also goes to Bob. Ben Sherratt wins the Bill Masterton. Okay. Jack Adams goes to Eddie Guerrero. Anyone watch wrestling? I don't watch wrestling, but I know that name. Frank J. Selke goes to the Boogeyman. Bo Alfredson wins Ted Lindsay. Rocket goes to Kyle Correa and the Art Ross. There you go. There's all those. We didn't take home any hardware this year, which kind of sucks, but it's all good. Next year, we're going to be coming back even bigger, even badder, stronger, better, faster, more handsome, more poutine in our bellies. It's going to be a good time. So I'm going to go enjoy So that's it for this one, guys. I'm headed out, going to go enjoy my birthday, and I will see you guys in the next video.